What's up, guys? It's Mr. Jambet, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. We're going to be using this team passed by Mana Burn EU. It's not really because it had the Suicune, and I it's kind of out of teams again, like teams that I'm like, because all my teams currently are they're filled with holes, meaning like there are a lot of things I can see myself loading up and just can't beating. But that's all I got right now. Also, thank you guys, every last one of you guys who commented yesterday. It was very, very insightful, and it came to me to realize, like, damn, like, this is really like a series for people and invested, and and so I think I didn't appreciate that enough, and so your insights were very, very, very important. Very, 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 very important. So yeah, that's the thing. And yeah, we had this team, and it had a Suicune originally, and I was like, I feel like I just scrolled through the tier real quick. I feel like Suicune, is one of those things that is super deadly, but nobody is using. And I didn't want to take the entire morning structuring it and Suicune team, because then I'd have to test it and whatnot. So we're gonna just use Suicune and make it do what it do. So I put like, I'm like, I guess if I'd want to win with Suicune, I'd have to like trap Pex. That's probably the #1 thing. But other than that, I think it can easily sweep an opponent without a moment's notice. So, like for example, this opponent, if I burn his Ferrothorn, oh my god, I forgot to change it to Protect. Oh, that's not good. This is supposed to be Protect. Still, if I burn his Ferrothorn, it'll be fine, but that's supposed to be Protect. So that would matter, because I imported the team from his Toxic Storm. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so let us see what we're working with here. If it's unaware Clef, then the Toxic will actually end up mattering, which is funny. Yeah. So we'll see about that. Sub-CM Suicune is the Go Heatran. It's really problematic for him outside of Garchomp, top of Finny, which is interesting that he just hit timer, considering I know he hasn't structured out a proper game plan yet. So he's probably the type to go in and figure it out after the fact, which is insightful. Landers is key for Zeraora. And if depending on how he plays this and depending on what his Clef is, SD Weavile is a lethal threat to have. But Zapdos guards well against 1, 2, 3 members. Finny plus Lando guards well against the others, and then offensively you want to get Heatran in. So really we want to, the ideal circumstance is to get his Garchomp beat. So I expect Torn. Yeah, he could commit to knockoff. If he commits to knockoff, then I'll Toxic here. Yeah, on the off chance he goes hard Chomp. Him Toxicing my Landers would be a problem, but since I don't want Landers Toxic because of his Zeraora, I figured that would come out and all that, but push come to shove, this is a really good mod to have Nature's Madness wise, and now Zapdos is a huge issue for him. So yeah, I'd assume, well, Melmetal is gonna be rocking like Thunder Punch, Ice Punch. Should Ice Punch, he Clefs. So we're gonna defog and see what the Clef has in stored. It's Aromatherapy, got you. So it's probably unaware. Did the Chomp have leftovers? It did. Okay. So the fact that it's, again, I'd assume unaware, but it's not clear yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go straight to my Finny. You may have Wish, yeah. And then obviously his best bet is to hard switch into Melmetal here, which is probably a, oh right, wait, what? No, I'm faster, of course. Of course. Well, this is fine. So unfortunately, because the terrain is up, I can't go directly into Chomp. So we're gonna start removing items here. Likely gonna be Ferrothorn / Mel. Ferrothorn getting hit there is helmet. But that's not bad for us. Likely a if it's unaware aromatherapy, that makes things a little trickier. But I mean, I guess I expected aromatherapy. Suicune can still win that fight. The problem is just that when I burn his Suicune, burn his Ferrothorn, he just gets it back. So I'm gonna have to play the long game for this one. I was hoping not, but I mean, I'm taking a lot of points from this guy. What am I at? 1905. So, you know, it's gonna have to be hard earned. My question is just whether I'd want to give up Heatran's item. I think Zapdos, considering it has a recovery and I have no wish, is a better item to give up. So we defog here. Garchomp is going to come into Scout, obviously. The struggle I'm having right now is just, yep, I knew he'd try to talk. I knew you had it. So Finny's a huge issue for him, and I think he's starting to recognize that. I don't think I'll be able to keep my Zapdos's item, so I can Static Fish. Don't get it, sucks. But you know, U-turn out here into Chomp makes the most sense. He double knocked. That was, well, I guess he's probably thinking that was a stupid play, because if I had Hurricane there, you might die, and it's a fairly low risk play for me. That's actually a really poor play on his part. We'll just Nature's Madness again though. Luckily we connect with Melmetal, so that gives me a lot of insight. It's probably like a more reactionary type of player, more like a, hey, I think he's gonna do this, so I'm gonna do this. Yeah. And so like he's okay, I was gonna say he'd be really lucky if he didn't get paralyzed there. We'll roost, because you know the odds of you breaking through over and over again are pretty slim. Right. And so you don't do well into, I'm really shocked that he risked thundering. Risked what's his face? So let's stop and assess where we are. Protect would have been so nice, but again, if it's unaware Clef, then I can understand. So Finny again. Nature's Madness is almost no drawback. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? Come on, dude. That is super fucking annoying, man. That's a huge fucking miss right there. That's a huge fucking miss right there. Yeah, I knew you'd just go for that. Question is, Rock EQ probably doesn't kill you, and then I don't need it to. Lando is toxic, and he has rocks up, but Garchomp's a huge asset. Like, he struggles with my Zapdos a lot, so I'm really surprised at how he's playing this out. Like right here, if I land, I get a kill. Please hit. That's like dumb frustrating. Because this is with Lando toxic, Zeraora would be his last line of defense. Like nothing, and he had to Volt Switch or had the CC, so now he gets to knock off for free. But I mean, that's just the nature of what's his face. That's just the nature of That's just the nature of, what's to say, so he wishes. You know, obviously Magma Storm is my, is there, Earth Power is a better play here. Yeah, this is why the Magma Storm miss was so important. Like, he literally cannot beat Zapdos at the rate this is going. All I need for him to do is give up his, but I'll patience it out. You know, I'll play patiently. I'll play patiently. Unfortunately, I'm taking a ton of rocks. And so the ideal situation is that we manage to connect this time. But that's just the nature of Magma Storm. So Zero Aura is now Weavile susceptible. Can't knock me out. He knows that. And so we go back to the most threatening member on the team. Ideal situation is him giving me Chomp. Keytran is very important. Didn't want the item gone. The miss on Garchomp was super big. Finny wouldn't have been as low because Nature's Madness plus Moonblast would have KO'd him. So that would have put me on the offensive front end. I need to hit this. Yes. So Garchomp being gone really gives me a bit of hope here, as now my Zapdos, there's hope. So Weavile, yeah, we roost here. And his Chomp is his rocker, so I don't have to deal with rocks for the remainder of the game. Taunt Zera, interesting. I don't know why Melmetal was the switch. Maybe he thought I had Hurricane and he wanted to double around. Which means you aim to Wish here, so Heat Wave's doing 23%. So we obviously position Heatran here because it's the biggest threat. And if I connect with Magma Storm, he can't win. Or if I taunt, he can't fit Teleport on that set. Wish, Moonblast, Teleport, there's no ways Teleport. What's the downside of Earth Powering though? Yeah, he'd have to go Torrent, which can't beat me. Excellent. Please connect another one. Oh, so he's just giving up Torrent. Okay. To get the free switch into Zera. Interesting. No, we can CC for free. Which is, I'll have to deal with. Well, do I have to? His Taunt, which means it only has Plasma Fist. CC into, no, Suicune has a better situation than this. Surprised he Plasma Fist. I don't think that was necessary. And so the goal here is to force in If I SD and he switches, he can lose. If I Swords Dance and he switches, he can lose. He goes hard clef, which is could be a misplay. Yes. So clef being gone. Okay. So that's a sloppy, like I don't like how that one went, because again I had to bank on a lot of luck, like the Magma Storm hitting, and Nature's Madness. Those are moves that I'm coming to realize that just aren't on my team. Yeah, I'm surprised he went to Weave. I mean, I'm surprised he went to, I guess since I knocked the Ferrothorns out of him off, I'd need to triple axle to kill that, and it would kill it, but I'd lose a lot of recoil. So obviously at that point, I don't think he needed to forfeit unless he didn't have a grass move on his Ferrothorn. But he also had to go to Ferrothorn, which would have allowed my Zapdos to roost, which means you lose. So I understand the logic there too. It couldn't beat Zapdos after I got the roost off and defog and all that stuff. But yeah, like I think people get overly zealous in battles, and I mean, you know, people are in different phases of their lives. Because I don't even think the guy who was playing was the one like talking, just overly talking in the chat. But you know, I think that's just an inescapable thing within every community, right? You're gonna have people who are, let's see what we're working with, 1879. So I love Suicune in this one if Toxapex is trapped. He's very weak to Heatran and he's very weak to Finny. He's very Weavile susceptible, but I just don't know what Mew does. Wary of Mew, but beyond that, his Hippo is likely to Rocker, which shuts down my Zapdos unless I Toxics. Probably Heal Bell Clef from what we learned yesterday, Nasty Plot Torn, but we have a Zapdos. I don't want Zapdos' item gone in this game because it switches. Well, I think I can't control that because Torn is my Zapdos is my Torn switching. So the question is really if the Pex doesn't have Haze, he gets swept. Or I guess Clef is unaware he doesn't. So I want to remove items pronto. I want to remove a Pex's item if that's I feel like Mew would be his. I want to remove Peck's Shed Shell if that's what he has. Yeah, excellent. He removes my Rockium. I'm surprised he was like, okay, fuck it, hold this Shed Shell, homie. I'm very surprised that's how he decided to go about that. Double Knot makes sense. I'm just thinking Weavile in comparison to the remainder of my team, because Weavile just did the most important thing I needed it for, because he's super weak to in his max defense Pex. He's super weak to so I'm gonna SD first. One, I don't die. Okay, I'll just have to play around that. So he has Haze. I'm not sure why he used Haze there, but he has it. So Skull Knock, recover Haze. Okay. That's frustrating. it's super risky to stay in, right? I should have stealth rock there. You don't know anything about my Lando. And if you get crit on Pex, you lose to Suicune straight up. So that was pretty silly of me. Couple options here. Knock most likely up. And then playing with Hurricane. I'm just thinking about how relevant the rocks are. They are for Mew. One, I think, yeah, I figured he wouldn't be playing around with a bunch of Hurricane misses. Him toxicking my Landers would be a big deal. Simply because I don't know what kind of Clef he is. And so him allowing me to poison his... if he toxics here as I go to Finny, it'd be great. Yeah, excellent. But I figured, I'm like, you probably want Finny Trap. So Torn, excellent. So this is what I needed. Regen. Nature's Madness plus Sand might do it. Whirlpool, Toxic, so close. The knockoff makes sense. Maybe I should have switched. I don't know. Come on, Finny, dude. Finny, bro, I'm gonna need you to straighten the fuck up. Okay, especially cause he brave birded. Like, I'm gonna need you to straighten the fuck up, Finny. Like, cause Whirlpool plus Nature's Madness there. Done deal. So I knew he was gonna brave bird again there. The issue now is that Finny, you know, it's very dangerous for my please hit. Thank you. It's very dangerous for my I doubt he'll expect taunt. Taunt is like a game changer here. But I'll just make the good play. Yeah. It'd be sloppy too. Mew. What is Mew gonna do though? I'm glad I trapped Mew, because I'm really not sure what to expect from this thing. I'm faster too, which is good. Store, oh, that's great. I get Mew. Yes. I was terrified of this. I don't know what the hell this is gonna try to do to me. My Heatran is a huge issue. So if I manage to toxic his Hippo is his initial switch. It's Spadef. Okay, you gotta make this faster. The fastest way to victory is forfeiting. I should say the faster way to making it faster. Why are you upset? I actually should have just killed him. Why did I even why did I even taunt? What? Why did I just move? I did not think that through at all. Like, why the fuck did I just Moonblast? So he's probably gonna go Torn and nurse the Hurricane here. Clefable, interesting. Problem with Clef is it allows my Heatran in. What was, oh yeah, Torn was toxic. Okay, I'll take that. I'll toxic your Hippo. You're unaware. For sure. Yup. And so now he's frustrated. So Rocks comes out here for sure. Oh, okay. EQ here. Oh, it's Fizz Def Aromatherapy. So you've used 2. You're gonna have to, come on, man. God damn. Okay. Okay. Let's try this again. We'll try this again. Let me Toxic Air Hippo again. Okay. Now, he doesn't know I have taunt. I want to condition him before I do anything like that. Like, Tran is just way too important for me to make such an aggressive play. Plus, this is just unwarranted. Like, there's no real, I wouldn't say there's no real reason, but so you see they're gonna, I'm surprised how he's playing his Clef. Surprised at how he's playing his Clef, right? Because you have to give me all your aromatherapies. It's either this is gonna be aromatherapy, or so Torn is in, so you're committing to Hurricane. But if you leave Clef unhealed, huh. Interesting. It's not Haze. We could play Haze Stall, but I don't think it's to my benefit. I'm gonna just Magma hard. Hippo makes sense. You're probably like, Jam, this is the turn to taunt. Don't be a pussy. It's just not worth the risk, man. It's not worth the risk. The risk versus reward ratio doesn't balance out for me there. Definitely because he's gonna leave this in or go Torn. I'll take both. Because that the Torn is what he was fearing with the Finny. He just doesn't want to play with Hurricane and free switches. Right. Whirlpool here means Torn has to be scared because Sand is up. Well, Sand is about to go away. Come on, are you serious, man? Why the fuck would you? I trapped his fucking Pex just now. I killed his Pex just now. I've been waiting on catching the Pex. Suicune wins if Pex is gone. Finny, you fail me way too often, Finny. I don't like that shit. I'm really not feeling that shit, bro. You be failing me way too often. And so it would be in his best interest to Hurricane here. Finny, you fail me far, far too often, man. What's fucking Whirlpool's? Oh, it's 85. That shit is trash. I thought it was like 90. That shit is trash. No wonder I miss so fucking much. Okay. Now that I know it's so low. It wouldn't make sense for you to knock because you lose your Torn. Heatran's too important. I'll just play the long game. Weavile doesn't die to Hurricane. It's Defog. It doesn't make sense. He would have. This guy is a very interesting player. Very interesting player. Because a lot of his plays just don't make sense. Like the risk versus reward. Man, if we Whirlpool that Toxapex, we could end this game. So your ingenious plan was, hey, you know what I'll do? I will. So he's gonna let me get half on Hippo here. Okay. Well, Misty Terrain's up. That's not even a good play. So he was gonna let me. I'm guessing at this point he's just like, fuck it. I'm going to just risk it all. And I'm guessing that's just the logic to his plays at this point. because of the misty terrain, it's not in my best interest to. It's just in my best interest to taunt here. Unfortunately, I faint. 6 magma storms. I think he might knock. I don't trust him after how he played his Pex and Torn twice. The thing about it is that triple axle was almost no drawback there. Yeah, I was like, he might knock. Please hit. Okay, Heatran. You I can respect. That did nothing though. How did that do so little? And he's got, it's close. It is close. It is close. His Torn is max special defense. I gotta be careful with my magma storms. I think I'm allowing this to frustrate me. Particularly that turn with the. If I run out of magma storms, I can't beat the Pex. So that's like a huge fucking miss right there. I mean, I gotta respect it. He's playing to his outs. He's playing to his outs. I'm gonna taunt this time because I know he doesn't know I have. That's frustrating. So his best play here would be to Stealth Rock. Oh, he fucking okay. Yeah, I'm throwing the game right now. I allowed my frustrations to get the best of me in this one, and so now it's a very hard game when it shouldn't be. Now it's a very hard game when it shouldn't be. Yeah. Now I don't think I'll win this. It's a very hard game when it shouldn't be. Killing his Corviknight would have been, but I mean, I hit a lot of magma storms. I didn't think he'd Earthquake. That turned out, if there was any turn where Earthquake made the least sense, it was that one. Because me going to Lando, I've never shown taunt. So me going to Lando that turn would have left you at half and allowed me to Toxic you, which is something you don't want. So we'll keep soft boiling until well, I won't give up yet. I won't give up yet, though. I wouldn't say it's impossible. In fact, yeah, it's gonna be very difficult. It's Heat Waves. He doesn't have Hurricane, that's why. Okay. And he knows my entire moveset, so. Okay, he doesn't have Hurricane. My Lando being gone would be huge. You don't really have I think he should have Heat Waved again, but based on how he played, I can tell it's like, okay, I predict on the fly. Like, I don't really think my plays through. Like, Earthquake there was a done deal. Scald won't kill his Hippo. Triple Axle might, so ideally he leaves it in. If he leaves the Hippo in, I can win. If he left the Hippo in, I could win. Aromatherapy, soft boil. I guess it could be Wish as last move. Could be CM. Aromatherapy. Oh, I just realized aromatherapy with toxic. Because he doesn't know I don't have Hurricane, so you never go Hippowdon here. He's slower than my what the fuck kind of Tornadus is that? He's slower than Zapdos. He's slower than Zapdos. What? So he's definitely gonna take a discharge if I went for it. So he's probably gonna U-turn. Nah, he didn't. He's slower than Zapdos. Okay, so I had this game all wrong. He's max Spadef Torn. Okay, game guys, this was 100% my loss. Like this was just a game of patience, and I allowed my own frustrations and trying to win the game quickly to allow me to throw this game away. He really need to do some stupid shit to lose, like leave Hippo in here. Yeah, like you have no reason to ever leave it in. No, maybe you'll U-turn. He should Heat Wave though. It's just the correct play. Yeah. I can't win now. That was I just have to give credit where credit's due. He played to his outs. He needed for me to do some stupid shit, and I did. And I'm very annoyed with that loss. That's probably my most annoying loss. But we gotta learn from it. I think that was a game where I gave my opponent way too much credit for his ability to think things through. There are several moments in that game where I could have won. I'm not talking about high risk like Heatran or so. I could think of several times where I could have killed his Torn, but I'm thinking, well, you have to understand how valuable Torn is, and the risk versus reward doesn't balance out. So let's say you hard switch and I double, still in a great spot for you. If I attack and you stay in, sort of like the Mew didn't make any sense. Like Mew should have never come out on my Finny set, even if you weren't that set. And then you store power, so the signs were there. You know, it's my fault, and that's just that. My aim here is to guards horribly against Suicune. So what would I need to do for Suicune to win? I need to rocks first. I'm uncertain of Will Zapdos is great for assisting with Bisharp, Finny. What's my Finny necessary for? If there is something that I feel comfortable switching in, because it could be Choice Scarf or something like that, right? Not really sure what to expect here. Nidoking makes some sense. Tapu Lele makes sense as well. I'm glad Lele's in, because this is one of the few things that Suicune can't beat no matter what I do. I don't think he Psychics. I think you Moonblast on the off chance Weavile comes in, or the off chance you don't want me to get that free switch into Weavile. But he does Psyshock. Yeah, it's better to Weavile. So the Lele is spexed, so I know that. I'm guessing the Finny is going to try to... No, I want the Finny to have its Choice Scarf. Do I? No, I don't. He goes to Bisharp. I want that Life Orb gone too. And I want the damage on the Bisharp most importantly. Not coming out here. He actually SD'd. I'm not sure why. Yeah. I don't think the trade was worth that. I gotta be careful of his Finny though. Zapdos literally only beats his Bisharp, so I don't get the trade-off. Doesn't seem worth what it would cost you there to me. The Nidoking is a huge issue, so great positioning on his part. The question is, how much do I respect Weavile? It's fucking good. It's fucking good. Like next turn, assuming I connect the triple, Oh, he flamethrowered. I don't even think flamethrower would have killed my sheer force boosted, probably. So he allow him to sludge wave there. So overwhelming his team with triple axle is great. I wouldn't be okay. I'll take that. No, he has no ground resist, so my landers is now an issue. I'll take it. What else are we looking at here? So this is setup fodder, depending on what you do. I think he tricks. Yep. Not like, this is not like a prediction. I'm measuring exactly what I need to do to win this game anyway. So it's really like a matter of, okay, what would need to happen for me to not win here? And frankly, I don't need to keep preserving Suicune. I'm really surprised that I'm Scarf, so he probably switched to Nidoking, yeah. Let me see if he has Flame Thunderbolt or some shit like that. Okay, it's all Sludge Wave. Okay, I'll deal with that. Ooh, whoa. That hurt, buddy. I'll Scald hard here on the odd chance he tries to hard switch to Lele. Warwick, I'll take both. Bolt Strike. It's hard to say what his move would be, but Lando is always my play. And this is a KO. Glaciate, interesting. Lando lost everything else, so I'm like, well, there's no point in me setting up rocks. We don't need them at this point. It's most important to just take value. Yes, Trick. He doesn't have boots. I gotta be careful of this mon here because it has Trick and it can take my leftovers. Like the Finny actually is quite problematic. I need Finny gone for Weavile to win. So he Hydro Pumps here. Okay, I'll stall his Hydros a bit. So I'm gonna use Suicune a bit differently. Probably tries to trick, yep. Because if you want, oh no. Even if you trick. Yeah. Because now you have to lock yourself into a move. And you don't want to lock yourself in the Hydro Pump. So we'll go back to Suicune here. If he tricks again, kudos. Yeah, got him. That's exactly what I wanted. And we just Scald spam here. Yep. The Finny was a little more troublesome than I'd like. And so it's actually a very good player to go Nidoking. I technically could still lose. Which is why I'm playing this one. Like if I miss the triple axle, it probably isn't even the best play to triple axle, to be honest. Let me think. If I knock, go Suicune, kill, protect. I could still. Probably should have even sacked Lando instead. So for example, right here, if I knock, he shouldn't be able to KO me with Flamethrower. Let me run this calc. He's timid because he's outspeeds my. Actually, I think he's modest. I do think he's doing way too much. And my Suicune isn't speed tiered for Nidoking. He did way too much to my Suicune. I don't think he can be timid. Nidoking. Oh, you Wall Breaker. Weavile. Doesn't matter. Flamethrower does 100. with leftovers. It never kills. Modest has a 6% chance to kill me. 6% chance to kill me versus triple axle missing. I'll take the triple axle missing. So now that his Finney's item is gone, doesn't matter that much. It does, because now I don't have to worry about you Moonblast here every time. You Moonblast and Hydro. It's the same thing. I don't need my I don't need Heatran. Yeah, you Moonblast here. I want you to waste time, waste turns. So EQ here as you Moonblast again. Excellent. We get some more leftovers here and waste time because we're trying to stall out the terrain. Because if I see him here and spam Calm Minds, yeah, I can see him here. This is good that I got that CM and the terrain is gone. Excellent. The leftover is annoying, but the burn was really what we needed. Because he doesn't want me to get him low enough to where my Weavile can KO him. He could hard switch to Nidoking, but it doesn't really make a difference. I'll just sack Weavile in same situation. Yeah. But I understand the logic of the Nidoking, you know. Is it better? Heatran 1v1s. I'm trying to think who would get, whose crit would matter more. I think hitting the Hydro Pump. Well, actually, I forgot that I'm boosted, so there was no way he was killing. I was gonna say the crit on Heatran would be harder to come by. Because here at Earth Power, he has to hit Hydro Pump and crit it. Even a crit wouldn't have killed me, yeah. And so Weavile knocks him out. I think. Let me run this calc. I'm pretty sure knock does at least 13%, but you never know. I don't know why I just typed in calc again. Weavile, OU, not choice band. OU, just bug gem, sure. Tapu Fini. OU choice scarf without the scarf. What's the timer? 2 minutes, yeah. Tapu Fini without the item. Probably jam. Come on, bro. You disrespecting Weavile. Maybe. Knock off the 16 to 18. Okay, cool. I may be, but I just wanted to see if triple axle was worth that risk there. So we're 48 minutes in. We haven't gained any ground. Actually, no, that's not true. We started at 1905, so we have gained some ground. I think Suicune is super lethal. I think this is a team that you guys can definitely experiment with. I just threw some stuff on there, so it hasn't been tested. I'm not sure if Weavile makes sense or Zapdos. I just modified my guys' team. So if it's something you're interested in, feel free to use it. Hit the like button, and we'll see you guys in the next one.